With IPv6, if we were running a stub network, we just created a default that pointed us back to the sender. You think we can do the same thing with IPv4? We sure can. So if we look at the configuration we have, these are our static routes that are already put in place. I don't really have a place where we can say we could do the center here. I can't tell where the stub is, but what if I were to add like the internet out here? That would make R2 be my center of my universe, I suppose. So what would happen is I could actually create a static route out here at R1 that just defaults me back to R2. So let's do that. Let's actually create that default route out here just to see what it looks like. So the first thing I need to do is actually remove the static route that I have in here to start with. So let me clear the screen, make it easy for us to see. If I take a look at this configuration, so I'm going to do show run, I can see I actually have a static route in here, this IP route 192.168.30. I want that to go away. So I'm going to say no IP route 192.168.30.0, 255.255.255.0. That should have made it go away. Do show run to verify, and thank goodness it's actually gone. We're good to go. So I want to create my static route. Do you remember what the static route was for IPv6? It was effectively : 0. So : 0/0, didn't look at anything. In IPv4, it's going to be 0.0.0.0, 0.0.0.0.0, and then via my next hop. Next hop. So my configuration is going to be IP route 0.0.0.0, 0.0.0.0 via 192.168.20.2. That would be my next hop. And this should actually work for me. Do show IP, do show run first. That will show me that I have my IP route. There's my default route. And if I do show IP route, it'll show me how that static looks now as a default candidate with the asterisk here, and my next hop being a default. This is a catch-all. I don't care whatever you give me, it's going to go to that next router. Will it work for me? Will my ping still work? So if I go back to my PC, give it a ping, it absolutely works just fine. What if I try to ping an address that doesn't exist in here? So if I ping let me ping 74, 75, 76, 77. I get my destination unreachable message, but where does it come from? 192.168.20.2. 192.168.20.2 is the R2 router. And that's exactly what happened. When I just tried to ping 74, 75, 76, 77, which would have been out here on the internet someplace, exactly what happened. The packet made its way up to my router, R1. Router 1 forwarded to R2, but R2 doesn't have a static that points out into the internet because that's just a drawing. We don't have one. So R2 responds back to me with, your packet, your destination is unreachable. And that's how that structure works. So my default route, if I have that stub network, works just fine to save my configuration space.